This is a very important idea that I want everyone to take away from this. I want you guys, when you read the question, this is the first thing you're going to do. When you read the question, you're going to ask yourself, do I need the passage? Do I need the passage to answer this question? Okay. And regardless of if you say yes or no to that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to read the answer choices. Okay. The reason for this is because so many times they ask you a convoluted question. Okay. A convoluted question that's difficult. If that question, you're not sure what they're asking you, that's fine. You need to read the answer choices because the answer choices can actually point you in the right direction. This is really key. The answer choices can point you in the right direction. Now, after you read the answer choices, you need to ask yourself that same question one more time. Do I need the passage? Because sometimes after you read the answer choices, you realize you don't need the passage, okay? Now, sometimes you will need the passage. And in that case, if you're going to go back and read the passage, guys, please, 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 before you go into the passage, you need to tell yourself, what am I looking for in the passage? You cannot go into the passage blind. If you go into the passage blind, you will end up rereading everything you already read. It is a waste of time. It is going to confuse you, and you might actually further decrease your chances of getting that question right. So you need to understand, you have to have a very discrete system for every single question. Having a system, look, if you can get one question correct, okay, that does not guarantee that you will get that same question correct in the future. If they change the passage, if they change the way they formulate that question, et cetera, et cetera. However, if you have a very good system in place, that will actually guarantee that you will get that question correct no matter what way they formulate it, because your system is going to ensure that you get that question correct. That is what you need to be practicing. And guys, this is why I always teach my students that what is important is not how many questions you do. It doesn't matter if you do 3,000, 6,000, 10,000 questions. What matters is how much time you spend with the passages, with the questions. I remember back in the day when I studied for this exam personally, this is extreme, but I would spend 30, 40 minutes with one passage, believe it or not. And the thing is, I learned more from that one passage than I would have if I did 30, 40 different questions in that same period of time. And I see it so many times. I've tutored so many people, guys, over the years, and I've seen so many people do thousands of questions and still feel like they're not getting anywhere. And the reason for that is because they're not using their time wisely. They need to be using their time in a way that is letting you study the passage, understand what they're asking you, understand the way that they ask you, understand the little tricks that they put into the passage and the questions, and use that information to further develop your system, okay?